And statewide.
If you've lived in Nevada for even a short amount of time, you might have noticed the issue of abortion, pro or anti, is not taken on by lawmakers, judges, or those serving in Nevada's executive branch. That was until now. KOLO 8 News Now's Terry Russell has been looking into the story today. And Terry, this issue, at least for the state of Nevada, has been settled since 1990.
Good afternoon, Denise. That's correct. But that's when a ballot measure, question 7, was passed by voters overwhelmingly. It put a freeze on abortion laws here in Nevada. Attorney General and now gubernatorial candidate Adam Laxalt, though, seems to want a thaw. Back in the 1990 election, question 7 was called, quote, the single most emotional issue Nevada voters must decide in the fall. If passed, question 7 would leave our state's abortion laws as is, unless there was a vote of the people.
We knew that we had the opportunity by either initiative or referendum to secure our Roe v. Wade, which is in our NRS.
Hawkins says they gathered more signatures for the referendum than any other petition in state history to that point. But campaign officers were burglarized and its members faced death threats. Hawkins herself says her car tires were slashed on a nearly daily basis. Protests for and against question 7 were not uncommon. The anti-abortion campaign contended if passed, Nevada would be the U.S. abortion capital. They placed pamphlets on doorsteps in Sparks, which showed a picture of a 20-week-old aborted fetus. Question 7 proponents spent $500,000 on the campaign, urging Nevadans to vote yes on 7. Election night, question 7 passed by 63% of the vote.
Said, this is all over at 8 o'clock. We've won it.
An editorial the next day stated the message was so forceful that no one needs to bother asking about it anymore. But in the past 5 months, Nevada's Attorney General has filed friend of the court briefs asking the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn a California law requiring crisis pregnancy centers to inform women of their options. In March, another amicus brief to an appeals court asking it to uphold a Texas law outlawing second trimester abortions.
We pay him to do the work of our state.
You know, I'm going to err on the side of life.
We talked to Attorney General Laxalt after winning his party's nomination for Nevada governor about his legal filings on behalf of Nevadans. But Nevada really doesn't have a dog in the fight, does it?
We're going to have many months to talk about this. The bottom line is my opponents have been very clear in the last many months. They're incredibly extreme on abortion. We're going to have plenty of time to have that debate.
Can't change it without a vote of the people.
We're happy to talk about that in the coming months.
Are you planning on doing that as governor? Would you propose a referendum for voters to vote on that? Because that's how it has to change in Nevada.
We're going to look into it.
Hawkins says the Attorney General is using taxpayer dollars to represent himself. In this case, she says his legal action will come to nothing.
Given the atmosphere of what's going on now, I think we'd win it by probably 80% now.
Well, the Attorney General's office sends out releases frequently about his legal actions and suits on behalf of Nevada, including just recently suing opioid manufacturers. No press release was issued announcing his information, expertise, or insight submitted in the 2 anti-abortion cases before courts on behalf of Nevadans. Terry Russell, KOLO 8 News Now.